This is The Scoop for Monday.
I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines. Candidates for the Hillsborough County State Attorney position faced off in a fiery discussion on Friday during a political forum in Ybor City. Here's more from WMNF's Chris Young.
Suspended Hillsborough County State Attorney Democrat Andrew Warren, current State Attorney Republican Suzy Lopez, and Democrat Elizabeth Martinez Strauss faced a large crowd at a nonpartisan political forum, the Tampa Tiger Bay Club. Governor Ron DeSantis suspended Warren in 2022 over claims that he refused to enforce certain laws. Lopez questioned Warren's oath as state attorney to protect the Constitution.
And signing a pledge that he would not prosecute certain categories of crime, you may as well just take that oath and, quite frankly, wipe a dog's rear end with it, because that oath is what we are here to do.
However, Warren criticized Lopez for her allegiance to Governor Ron DeSantis and because she was not chosen by voters.
She's not one to follow the law, but instead she follows the governor. She's followed the governor on his false talking points about my suspension. She's followed the governor's false talking points about the 6-week abortion ban, saying that it doesn't cover women patients when it clearly does.
Meanwhile, Strauss had previously said that she would withdraw if Warren decided to run. She didn't and explained why at the forum.
That's okay that he changed his mind, but I can't back out of the race just because he changed his mind when he could still be removed within 10 minutes of getting elected.
In between attacks, candidates discussed topics such as gun control and crime in the area. For WMNF News, I'm Chris Young in Tampa.
If you'd like to hear more of this conversation between the Hillsborough County State Attorney candidates, we'll bring that to you tomorrow morning at 10 on WMNF's Tuesday Cafe. As hurricane season approaches, many Florida communities are relying on flood maps that are almost 20 years old. But those maps produced by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, are not meant to show the true scope of an area's flooding risk. Instead, FEMA says flood maps are snapshots in time designed to show minimum standards for floodplain management and the highest risk areas for flood insurance. While visiting Florida earlier this spring, Environmental Protection Agency Deputy Administrator Janet McCabe spoke of a need for changes to the flood mapping system.
But those maps are not going to help us plan 5-10 years or longer down the road. We need to be able to use the best science and the best predictions.
Flood insurance is required for buildings in flood hazard areas facing the highest flood risk. But here in Florida, government leaders strongly recommend everyone get flood insurance. More than 30 people were arrested in Brandon Saturday night after a large fight outside a popular skating rink. The Tampa Bay Times reports that the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says several minors were among those arrested. Around 9:20 Saturday evening, an off-duty sheriff's deputy said a crowd of about 400 to 500 people had formed outside the Astro Skate of Brandon. Several businesses reported damages and theft. The chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court says he is seeking arrest warrants for Israeli and Hamas leaders, including Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The ICC prosecutor said today that he believes Netanyahu, his defense minister, and 3 Hamas leaders are responsible for war crimes and crimes against humanity in the Gaza Strip and Israel. A British court has ruled that WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange can appeal against an order that he be extradited to the U.S. on espionage charges. Today, 2 high court judges said Assange has grounds to challenge the U.K. government's extradition order. The ruling sets the stage for an appeal process likely to further drag out a years-long legal saga. It will be mostly sunny and hot today with high temperatures near 90. Tonight, mostly clear, overnight lows near 70. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and breezy, high temperatures in the low 90s. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.